Unfortunately, I think the world isn't exactly seeing all of the preventative and the proactive work that a lot of the IT industry is doing right now. Now, there are some that do not do it, frankly. But it's hard for our clients and the world to see all of the work that we're doing behind the scenes when it comes to cybersecurity, right? Layers, new methods, adapting to what's happening, adapting to the latest 0-day or patch or whatever adjustment we see as necessary because of what all the bad guys are up to. And it's challenging, right? Our clients expect us to be responsive and answer the phones and take care of the inevitable technology help desk issue of the day, but they may not realize all of the work that it takes on the back end to do what we're doing when it comes to cybersecurity. And I think it's important for all of us to continue to talk about that and showcase all of the behind the scenes work that we're doing, all of the labor of love that we're putting in, all day, all night, all weekend, right? On top of all of the work that we've always been needed to do, in fixing the printer issue and resetting password and, implementing cloud migrations and all that kind of thing. Now we're also being tasked with, being the soldiers in this cybersecurity warfare, red versus blue game of, what's next and what issue will we have to navigate and what best practice might we have to implement or patch or, fix for the time being. And it's an ongoing battle that I think, the world reads about slightly in headlines, but I think they more so see it as, we're just, vulnerable to these issues and there's not much we can do. And I believe the truth is that we can prevent these cybersecurity issues and we can do the right things and we can prevent and protect, businesses and organizations. And that's what a lot of the IT industry has been busy doing. At times, sometimes it feels thankless, but a lot of what we do is, call it after hours or behind the scenes or with our tools or with automation, right? And so the world and our clients doesn't necessarily see that. And I think it's time to really showcase all of the work that good IT and cybersecurity professionals are doing nowadays. Even something as simple as patch management, right? That used to be a line card item that, the IT industry was doing under managed services, 10 years ago, but it's become even more important today, right? A recent, issue of what was called Print Nightmare, a vulnerability in Microsoft software via the print spooler, and it wasn't patched immediately. And the recommendation was, well, turn off the print spooler, which means that no one can print. Right. So clearly that's not a solution that we want to implement to, thousands or hundreds of thousands of users across the world. Pandemonium, I think, would break out. So we had to find, Band-Aid patches or different methods to then secure, what was being exploited in the wild, right? The bad guys knew about this, and so they're doing bad things because of it. The IT industry, more importantly, cybersecurity professionals who pay attention to this stuff have to adapt. That's one simple thing at one point in time, that all of us in the industry had to navigate, and there are probably about 300 things just like that.